How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode with me, Mr. GNV. I know it's been a while since we've done something, but hey, I've been concentrating a lot on Twitch and other things as well. Speaking of Twitch, we've had a lot of people come onto the channel, and a lot of people which are new players, which is a great thing because we need a lot of new players coming to the PTC Geo to expand it and help it grow more. But with that comes the most popular question ever, and that is, how do I get more cards without having to spend more money? Is this game play to win? No, it's not. It's not play to win, so don't worry. Okay, I promise you. I mean, although buying other codes or cards, and well, not buying cards, that's against terms and conditions, but buying codes and buying packs will help you progress your game. By that I mean it'll help you grow your decks quicker. You don't need to do it, so don't worry. Okay, this is another way that you can do it. Okay, let's see. So you open up your app, you're faced with this lovely screen here. It'll jump back and forth, different things it's got going on, but don't worry. Click the play button up at the top after you've made your account. Click the button that says tutorial. Once you see this, mine says welcome back, I've already completed it. You've got a list of things at the bottom here. Now when you start, you're going to end up getting 3 basic starter decks. Right? You're going to get you get XY basic blue, you get XY basic green, and the XY basic red. Right? Now you can use them in this little thing, this little tutorial here, and as you progress through, if you beat the first guy, you get 25 coins, beat the second person, female, you get 50 coins, then 75 coins, 100 coins, then you'll get a pack and an EX, right? That'll be a locked pack, but you get an EX. Most people, or not most people, but a lot of people say that they get Shaman EX, which for the last current metas has been one of the most must-have cards, at least 2 of them in each deck. So to get that card, which has got the setup ability, perfect, and it's one of the most expensive, most valuable cards in the game as well at this moment in time. Perfect. So it's a really good way to start off by getting some good free cards and some coins to buy packs from the in-game store, which I'll show you in a wee bit, so we'll get there. Alright. Now, once you've done this, like I said, you've built your coins up, you've got 1 free trade locked pack, and you've got your 1 EX card. You may get a Shaman, you may not. Odds are quite good, but don't hold me to it. Odds are, well, I can't say odds are you won't, because you never know, but a lot of people do. Right? And once you get that, you want to look at these other options you got. You got your versus ladder. You don't want to go there yet. Events, not just yet. Quick match, no. You go to your trainer challenges, right? You click that little bad boy. Now let me explain these trainer challenges to you, right? In the trainer challenge mode, you're going to battle against AI, which have also got theme decks. Now remember, you've got 3 theme decks already, right? So it's a good start. Now, with your 3, and also beating the initial tutorial. Why did I forget the name of that? That was a bit silly. You could, I guess, right now go to the shop if you wanted to, and you could pick up another deck. Now, if you've got enough coins, that is, they're 500. You might not have enough coins just yet. Alright, so jump back into your trainer challenges. Alright, now, when you're doing these challenges, you'll notice I haven't completed them. I took the expensive route with the game. Each one of these players, I've got 4 stars underneath them, and at the end of those 4 stars, as you can see, there's a pack with a question mark. So that's a random pack. It's going to be trade locked, so you can't trade it or any of the cards that you open up in it, but that doesn't matter at the moment. You're building up your collection, so you can start building that way. So you can start, getting into matches and getting better cards. So that's all you need to do. But by beating these or playing these against their theme decks with your theme decks, you can earn up to 45 locked booster packs. Now each one of these booster packs have got 10 cards, which that equates to what? 450 cards. So straight away you got access to 450 cards for free there. Right? That's a lot of cards. That's a lot of random packs. Now what can you get in these packs? Anything and everything. whatever's available from those expansions in those packs is what you can get. So it could be full art trainer cards, full art EXs, could be, if there's Sun and Moons, you can get GXs, anything. So that is one good way. Like I said, yeah, they're not they're trade locked, so they're not tradable. That doesn't matter right now, does it? So that's one way of getting them at the moment. As you start beating these trainers as well, you'll unlock other cards that go into your basic default deck that you started off with, right? So as you start playing with one of your decks, you might find that at the end of it, it'll show you like a little animation where a Lysander might suddenly float into your deck, and it wasn't there before, so it's upgraded your deck. So, you know, that's very useful. Let's see, what else is there? Whilst you're defeating these guys, because let's face it, you're gonna whoop their butts, for every victory you get one token, right? So one of these up here, you get one of them, right? What was it them ones? I can't remember which ones are classified as tokens though, because I call them different things, see, so what they do. Every 1 star completed, you get a token. For every 2 stars completed, so if you complete 2 of them, you get 3 tokens. Let's see, for 3 stars was 10 tokens, so you complete 3 of them, you get 10 tokens. I believe it's these ones where I think that'll be. Yes, them ones. And then basically when you complete all of them, you obviously then you get, sorry, got a bit of an itch, but what's going on. You basically get your 1 trade lock pack, and that's pretty much it for what you get for completing that guy. You don't get no tokens, but then when you complete every single one of these, you get another trade lock pack. Right? So you got potential to earn an absolute bucket load just from doing this. Yes, it can take a while, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of them, as you can see. Right, there's quite a few there. I've completed the first 2 and I thought, you know what, this is taking forever, because if I'm not mistaken, you can't keep using the same deck over and over and over and over and over and over, right? So you've got to mix your decks up and use different decks to defeat each one. Then that way then you can progress up that part of this particular ladder, trainer challenge ladder, all the way. So it does make it a little bit challenging. And of course you can choose how difficult you have it, whether it's gold, platinum or city championship, and then that makes things more difficult for you, and I think you get a little bit more as far as the price is concerned. I'm not 100% sure, but don't quote me, but stick to the original plan and you're laughing. Right, from there then, your next move, bit of jolly music going on here, huh? You can look at the events, but I wouldn't really recommend them just yet, because you're not going to have a lot of these credits or tokens just yet. You're going to need these tokens, and what I mean by that, I'll show you them. Right, click on an event. As you can see, if you want to enter a legacy event, to be honest with you, I wouldn't look at those just yet if I was you, because you won't have any legacy cards yet. You got theme, expanded and standard. Now odds are you'll have a couple, or you're bound to have theme decks because you've already got them, you started with them. You got expanded and standard. These are the ones you're going to want to stick with. Now you can enter this for 89 tokens. By now you should definitely have those 89 tokens and considerably more. Now if you view your rewards, you've got your tournament tickets, so you can win tournament tickets. So that's pretty cool, because that means then you can enter other standard versions or expanded, and then you can win more tokens or more tickets, various amounts for different positions placed. If you enter an expanded one, depending on what position you come, look at that, you can win packs from these, and guess what? These are not trade locked, these are tradable, so you can use these on the trades to build your expansion more, which if you want a video explaining how trades worked, let me know in the comments below and I'll try and do my best to make a video explaining on how to use the trade system and the best way to do trades, and all about sniping and that kind of stuff. But yeah, first place, you're going to get 6 packs, 3 guaranteed Sun and Moon at the moment. Every time an expansion comes out, that'll change to the latest expansion, and then you get 3 random as well to go with it. Like I said, they're all unlocked, so you got you can trade them for whatever cards you want. So if you get an EX in one of these, or say in this one for instance, you get a Solgaleo GX and you don't want it, you want a Lunala instead, trade it for the Lunala. You can do that. And then, like I said, second place then we'll get 4 packs, 2 guaranteed of the latest expansion and 2 random. And then third to fourth gets 1 guaranteed of the latest expansion and then 1 random. And then 5th to 8th gets 1 uncommon chest. And an uncommon chest, when you crack that open, you can get anywhere, I believe, from 5 coins up to 25 coins, I think it is, or 20 coins. And then you get a random card, just 1 card. Now, it's usually an uncommon card, but I've seen like things like break cards and EXs pulled from them, so I guess it can vary, you know. And then of course you get 50 tokens to go along with it. And it's pretty much then the same for standard events, you know, same prices. The only one that pays out the uttermost best thing for value is usually the legacy. And these packs are worth a fortune. So I mean, but that's going to take you quite some time to get into. But anyway, your next bet now, or your next best thing now for earning those cards and earning decks, not so much decks, but cards, credits and tokens to get into these tournaments and for building up your decks and collection, would be the Versus ladder. Now this thing is outstanding, right? At the bottom here, as you can see, it's got 3 different tiers. Now it used to be just one big massive tier, now it's just 1 tier. Sorry, 3 tiers. Derp. What's wrong with me? So yeah, first tier, it goes up in increments: 10, 30, 50, 70, 100, 130, 170, 210. And they're like little lightning bolt things, lightning bolt points, I don't know what you want to call them, up to you. I'm not sure what the proper terminology is for them. But every time you get a win, if you play a game, if you lose against a player, you don't get no points. If you win, it depends on the stipulation. Now, when you start the game up, it'll say to you whether you have the advantage or not. It'll come up saying like who has the advantage. If you have the advantage and you win, you get 10 points, right? If you play against somebody that has the advantage and you win, you get 15 points. So the more times you're matched against someone who has the advantage, don't be discouraged, because it doesn't guarantee they're going to beat you. But if you beat them, you get more points for doing so. Right? So that's always a good thing. But either way, you win, you get points. If you lose, I'm afraid you don't. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles, as in most games. You know what I mean? At this moment in time, you're probably better off starting off on playing on themed. Now, if you look at the top, I've got quite a rather large collection, or quite a decent collection, not large, of themed decks. So what you want to do is you take your drop down menu here, and you've got theme, standard, expanded, legacy. So you click on theme, then you just pick whatever theme deck you want to play, then you hit play. Search your opponent, you play them, and then when you win, not if you win, always the mentality of when you win, but when you win, it'll come up with like a prize wheel. Now that'll spin, and it might have like a question mark with a prize box or something like that, and you'll win things like 25 coins, or like 25 of these, or 1 or 2 of these, or you might win a random free pack or a booster pack kind of thing, like, you know what I mean? So there's tons of different ways of winning things. Like I said, as you progress up this bottom part as well, as you can see, there are prizes. You win coins, you can win treasure chests, or uncommon chests I should say. You can win cards off there, like at the moment now the Ultra Ball's on there. You win tokens, coins. Zubat Lane is on there at the moment, or the Crobat Lane I should say. You win packs of Sun and Moon, and this month's EX is Hooper EX, another one of the most important cards that you can possibly have in a large majority of decks, simply because of his Scoundrel Ring. Now, a lot of people are always looking for these on trades constantly, and when you play this Pokemon from your hand into your bench, you may search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon EX. It saves us time, a lot of time, and saves them to play a lot of cards. And, you know, like I said, and then the higher up you progress on the ladder, the better the prizes become. You know, you get more uncommon chests. So I think the 3rd tier you actually get a rare chest, 150 coins. Then you collect more cards, but here you got the Dusknoir lineup. You get 5 tokens, 225 coins, another Hooper DX, and I think the third one this month, I believe the ladder is full at end, so you really want to grind out for that. So yeah, there's a lot of ways to get a lot of free cards and free decks and everything in this. But like I said, if you want to know about trading, let me know in the comments below, and I can definitely hook you up with a video about how trading works and the best way to go about trading, like with sniping and things like that. Other ways of getting free cards, or possibly getting free cards, is you could always pop along onto my stream. A bit of a shameless plug here, I know. But Twitch/Game and Vape. I stream regularly on a Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I do giveaways. Every 35 minutes I give away free codes to the people that are following my stream, and we make it a fun environment. You guys would love it. So yeah, feel free to pop in on that one. If all of this seems too long and drawn out for you, there are other ways of getting cards into your game, right? You could go out to a local store, you could buy booster packs. Buying a booster pack will also come with an online code. That online code you type into the game by just going here, redeem a code. You type the code in there, which whatever the code is, and you hit claim now. That'll open up the booster pack for you. Now, you're not guaranteed to get the same cards from that online code as what you got in the booster pack. That's the only unfortunate aspect of it. So if you pull something amazing from the original booster pack, you're not guaranteed to get the same from the online code. It sucks, I know, but that's just the way it is, I'm afraid. Other things you can do is go to websites like ProfessorOak.com. Now, I have a bit of a partnership with him where I can give you guys 5% discount off these codes. Now, they're relatively cheap to an extent. There are other sites out there that are cheaper, or other ways of getting them that are cheaper, but it depends on how you are with trusting of things. There's like places like Reddit and all that, where you got to deal with PayPal just between you and that person, and there's no actual like mediation of professionalism website, if that makes sense. It's just based on your trust for that person that you've never met. Now, I've made quite a few trades on that myself, and I've been happy, it's worked out fine, but not trades, I got codes. But I trust Professor Oak more, I've used that more. I can hook, like I said, I can hook you up with 5%. If you want it, use it. If you don't, then don't. But the more you use, not the more you use that code, but every time you use this link, you'll get 5% off. I'll try and post it somewhere on the screen, I don't know, or it'll definitely be down below in the comment section. So that'll be there for you if you want to use that aspect, and you can get any kind of booster pack that he has on his website. Very useful. But other than that, there's not really many other options of getting your decks built up. I mean, I feel that what the information I've given you there will definitely get you a lot of cards. Like I said, the trainer challenge, I'm pretty silly really enough for going through all mine, because there's potential of getting 450 cards there. That's a lot for any game, no matter which way you look at it. So yeah, if you guys do want to pop onto my stream to try and win one of those giveaways, like I said, you have got to be a follower though of the stream. I'll put the name of the stream up here, and it'll also be linked down below. So yeah, just pop along on a Tuesday and a Thursday. There are some other random nights I stream as well, but you know, depends how things are with my life. So yeah, but otherwise guys, that's going to be it for now. Thank you for watching. If you managed to stick around this long, drop a like on a comment or whatever, and let me know how you get on with collecting your cards and how your collection's getting on. Thank you very much guys, see you next time.